Hello and welcome along to another very special edition of the UFC's Inside the Octagon, where we challenge Mr. Hardy to a one-round challenge. He has 5 minutes in which to technically analyse a bout. For this episode, you, sir, are going to be taking a look at Joanna Jedrzejczyk versus Claudia Gadelha. Do you understand the rules in which you are competing under?
Yes, sir.
5 minutes. That starts now.
Okay, this is a busy one because we have the first fight to review as well. Okay, so first off, Claudia Gadelha, she comes in, she punches away into the clinch and she really tries to push Joanna up against the fence, and this really defined her game plan throughout this fight. She managed to muscle her down a few times, hold her down. Joanna constantly did good work getting back to her feet. At the end of the first round, she lands that sneaky uppercut and drops her. So that first round was scored very strange, whether you scored the grappling or the knockdown higher. Comes out in the second round, muscles her back down to the floor again, but Joanna still was able to manage to get back to her feet and keep that space and utilise that really dangerous world-class Muay Thai that she's got. And you can see that the more effort Claudia Gadelha puts in, the more susceptible she is to getting hit. Now, I'm not saying she didn't have some success on the feet, because she did. But if you look at the scoring, if you look at the quality of the strikes, it was all about Joanna. She landed the better strikes, but she did get out-grappled to a certain extent. Now, whether Claudia can keep this up in the next fight, given the fact that there are an extra 2 rounds on the end, is another question, because at the end of the third round, she did look tired, and Joanna just doesn't slow down. She kept the pace on. And this work rate is synonymous with Thai boxing. I mean, she can throw 500 punches in a fight, no bother, and it's not going to wear her out at all. Bit of confusion at the end of the fight, not really sure. We disagree on this. I don't think there was any malicious intent behind that, but you thought she gave her a dig. I'm not so sure. Anyway, the Ultimate Fighter's going on, and these two have been falling out, and there's a lot on the line for this one. Now, Claudia, since that fight, has shown some really nice developments to her game. The left hook to knee's really nice, and the level change as well. She lands some really big takedowns. Her strength to weight ratio is massive in comparison to a lot of fighters in the division. She's a very strong young lady. And when she does start to push people back against the fence, she can do a lot of damage. She can crowd people, she can land good knees, good elbows, and great ground and pound. And look how she muscles her to the floor with the Thai clinch there. Not even a traditional takedown. Big lifts, good big slams as well. She makes the most of those takedowns when she can land a weight. And watch this progression as well. Into mount, locks her legs on, clamped on here, and she is not allowing her opponent to move at all. So then, as she slowly starts to turn, Claudia's controlling that movement so she can get her hooks in and start pounding away from the back position. Always threatening, always dangerous on the ground. And if you're up against the fence with her, she's always looking for that level change, that big takedown. Look for her to get the Thai clinch. She really likes a Thai clinch where she pulls down on the head, and then as you're reactive to pull your head back, that's when she level changes underneath. She had some success with Joanna in the second round, but she's had a lot of success since with that. Beautiful level change and really nice lift as well to get the legs out to the side to get them out of the way. In my opinion, these two are really neck and neck with their skills and their ability. Very different fighters, but very, very equally matched in a lot of ways. Joanna, as we know, is just tenacious. Her pace, her tenacity, her ability to find the awkward and uncomfortable things that she can do to people in fights, like smothering people's faces and driving her elbows into people's faces. She has a knack for being mean. Look at that elbow there, right on the side of the temple as Esparza was constantly shooting. Now the difference, she showed good takedown defense here, and these elbows and knees in the break were really useful. But Claudia doesn't shoot that low. She comes in at the waist, or she transitions from a Thai clinch. Yeah. So it's a different kind of attack. You see there, Jessica Penne lowered her level. She reads that immediately. And then the elbows on the break is really what Gadelha's got to watch out for, because she will punch her way into the clinch, but once she's there, unless she's getting the takedown, she's at danger of knees and elbows and all kinds of stuff. And look at what she did to Jessica Penne, and this is really nice. Now, sometimes she flurries and she gets a bit crazy. Other times she'll stop and she'll pick her shots. Oh. And yeah, and against Valerio Letourneau, the teeps, the front kicks to the face, just changed the landscape of the fight. It took the fight out of Letourneau. She didn't want to be there anymore. You could tell it was uncomfortable for her. And like I said, Joanna never slows down. So over a 5-round fight, she keeps that constant pace on. She will wear you down. She will chop at you with low kicks. And as you start to give up, she feeds off that. She can see that your energy is leaching out you, and she will draw that from you, which will feed her energy moving forward. So you can guarantee she will get stronger as the fight goes on. Whereas Claudia, if she fails in those first few takedowns, she's going to start to struggle. She's going to start to question herself. Does she have other options to go to?
30 seconds.
Whoa,
down.
does she have other options to go to? Can she fight with her on the feet? That's a question I've got to ask, because I don't know. I think Joanna beats everybody on the feet. But can Joanna keep her off her legs? That's another question. It's a match of styles, a really interesting matchup, and all the animosity from the Ultimate Fighter as well feeds into this.
How does Joanna win?
I think TKO if she does win, but it's probably going to be a decision. Well, that's a 10-second clapper. I think a TKO if she does win, but it's going to be a really, really tough one because Gadelha is so durable.
That
was that perfect?
Was pretty perfect.
Nice.
Oh yes.
Nice.
Oh yes.
I do what I can.
Well done, sir. Well done. Well done. Well, we have another one of these challenges which you can take a look at. Rafael dos Anjos versus Eddie Alvarez. Once again, well done, sir. You got that right in the limit with a couple of seconds left on the clock.
I need ice and water now.
Okay.
Some grease.
Well, we will let you do that. Remember, we also have another 3 inside the octagons, which take a look at UFC 200. What a package we've had for you. Everything you should see in the comments below. Add your comments as well as in those notes, and we will see you next time.